affiliation next to your name on the Zoom ID. As always, you can ask Arnie. If you need record permission, we'll take care of that. And if you have a question, just use the virtual raise hand function. Just ask that you limit your questions to a couple, at least in the first round. And if you have a follow up, we'll take those time permitting as well. Well, a busy stretch, as you know, for the 2026 NTT IndyCar Series Championship as it continues this weekend with the christening of the brand new Streets of Markham circuit and the Ontario Honda dealers Indy at Markham, continuing a long legacy of racing in the Toronto area, which of course began back in 1986. Coverage of the Ontario Honda dealers Indy at Markham begins at noon Eastern on Fox in the United States. And our guest today continues to build his resume in the NTT IndyCar Series. He has 6 top tens this season, already matching his career high. And last year in this event, picked up his first podium. He drives the number 8 Sunoco Chip Ganassi Racing Honda. We welcome in Kyffin Simpson. Kyffin, you ready to go up Markham this weekend?
I'm ready. I can't wait. Can't wait to be back and another new track, number two of three for
Yeah,
me,
no,
two of
you're right.
four actually, because I had never been to Phoenix either. So, yeah, lots of new tracks this year.
Good point. Forgot about Phoenix on the oval, and a lot of drivers experiencing that for the first time earlier this year. Certainly for you, a lot of good memories in the Toronto area. How do you build on that here and really an entire season that has been really solid here in 2026 for you?
Yeah, it's been great. I think this kind of second half of the season we've really caught a stride and had some solid consistency that I've been very happy with. So, um yeah, I think we're doing a great job and we're doing a lot of things right and we're learning from all our mistakes, which is the big thing. And yeah, we just keep getting better and hopefully we can grow to try to get back on that podium.
For sure, experience is your best teacher. At least that's what they say, and I think it holds true to your career path here in the NTT IndyCar Series. A new circuit, as mentioned, Streets of Markham. And I'm guessing you've had a little bit of time on the Honda Sim in Brownsburg. Is that accurate?
Yep, got a bit of
What,
sim time in and got to check it out for the first time. Seems quite interesting so
I was
far,
going to
but
say, what? Yeah, tell us about it. What do you think?
yeah, it seems exciting, but seems like it's going to be difficult and very technical. So, um, yeah, I mean, we'll only really know for sure once we get there. The sim really just helps you figure out where to turn left so you don't get lost on the streets. But yeah, it's helpful, and I'm just really just excited to get there and see it in person for the first time.
Yeah, that's goal number one. Don't get lost. Well done. Let's open it up for questions. Again, if you have a question, use the virtual raised hand function. Let's begin with Joey Barnes from motorsport.com. Joey, welcome. You're on with Kip.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Supposed to be 2 questions for the first round, Dave.
Hey, whatever
Um,
you got, whatever you got. Let's go.
no, for Kiffin though, obviously, 2 top 10s in the first 7 rounds, and then you've rattled off 4 in the last 6. I mean, is there a certain moment, conversation, or any type of thing internally that you kind of like looked at that's kind of helped reset your year to where you've been able to rattle off runs like this?
Um, Not really. I mean, this whole year um, after each race, we've tried to sit down. Well, not each race, and sometimes it gets busy, but we've had times throughout the year where we've sat down at different points and just discussed where we are and where uh what we think we're doing wrong, what we think we need to be doing better, and um, you know, discuss little uh points and things here and there that have just, built over time to we just are making less mistakes. We're doing the obvious things right, as Chip likes to say. Um, and yeah, we're just kind of catching a stride. We this same kind of thing happened last year where second half of the season really picked up and we really caught some momentum and um had a strong second half of the season, but so maybe we were more of a second half of the season kind of team, but I think we just got to make sure that we keep learning from this and that we can continue to build.
Yeah. And I've got to ask the elephant in the room question, because obviously this being your third season, you've had a chance to kind of learn from Alex Pillow and Scott Dixon, two of the best in the business. We know what's happening with Scott next year. We don't know what's happening with the nine yet. And I know there's so much data and so much information that goes in that room that's helped you in your career. So with that, I mean, what are you kind of looking for in a teammate as you move forward? What are you kind of hoping that, what kind of teammate are you kind of hoping to have in the nine as part of the program?
Um, Man, that's a tough one. I think you always just want someone that's going to push you, someone to learn from. That's always helpful, you know. I think um, someone who's gonna not just push you, but elevate the whole team is very important, you know. I think anyone that can come in and point out weaknesses in the team is great. I think that's always helpful for growth, and that's how we all get better.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks, bud, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joey. Let's go Morgan Holiday from Dive Bomb Motorsports. Morgan, go ahead.
Thank you, Dave. Kiffin, you're on the younger half of the grid in terms of your age and your experience, and we're coming up on two tracks that will be new for the whole field in the next 2 weeks. Do you feel like that evens out the playing field at all, or like what difference does it make for you as one of the younger drivers coming into a track that's brand new for everyone?
Yeah, I feel like it evens it out a little bit. I think the people that have just experience in the series, that still helps. Um, but when you go to a track that no one knows, it's more about who can learn it the fastest. And that is a skill that you develop over the years, and that's something you can kind of learn. So, sometimes experienced guys have that skill very well developed, but it does kind of even the playing field, and that's one thing that I feel like I'm fairly good at is learning tracks. So hopefully that's good for me, and hopefully when we get there, I can try to push the envelope and be up front.
Well, you're in your third IndyCar season and you've talked a little bit about the progress that you've made in working with the team. It seems like you've been making good improvements every year. How happy are you with the progress that you've made building on your past 2 years in the category this year?
I've been happy about it. I think we've done a good job with consistency this year, especially more recently. Um, I felt like that was one of the big things that was lacking last year was just consistency through the season of results and being able to consistently be in the top 10 and um, consistently qualifying well and those kinds of things. So I think we've done a much better job of that this year. I would have liked to have done better up until this point, at least, for sure. But I think um, we've still got some races to go to be able to uh, hit those targets. But I'm happy with it from my side, and I think we just keep getting better, and hopefully, continuing on into next year, I can keep on growing and you know, s chasing after new goals.
Thank you so much. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Morgan, thanks for joining us. Trevor, Global News Toronto. Looking forward to being in your area. Trevor, go ahead.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So Kevin, you mentioned that you got some time in on the sim earlier. What's kind of your initial assessment of the track's layout and how it compares to the old setup down at the Lakeshore?
Um, it seems tricky, that's for sure. It looks like a very technical track, which uh, isn't usually my kind of track so much, but I love all sorts of different challenges and tracks, and I feel like once we get there in person, it's probably going to be a lot cooler than looking at a track map. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see. kind of the elevation change that it seems like it has. That seems like a cool aspect for a street course that we don't really have anywhere else. Um, it's going to be interesting to see what the uh, passing opportunities are like. I feel like it looks like it's going to be difficult to pass, but you might just have some big sends in the race.
Awesome. And is there anything different that kind of goes into your preparation when you are dealing with a track that you haven't seen and nobody's seen?
Yeah, I mean we look into it as much as we can. The team runs a lot of sims on everything, trying to figure out what they think the best setup's going to be, what they think the best way to drive the track is going to be, and all those uh, fun calculations that they do. Um, and they do a great job at it. I think in Arlington we did a great job with all of that stuff, showing up to the track with a car that rolled out of the trucks that as being pretty good. And if that's a sign of how things are going to be here in Markham, I feel like we're looking pretty good.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Trevor. Harvey Briggs, rides and drives. Go ahead with Kyffin.
Great. Thanks, Dave. And thanks, Kyffin, for joining us. You talked a little bit about your goals earlier. Can you talk specifically about the goals you had coming into this year? And are you on track to meet those?
Yeah. Well, kind of the original goals I set for the season are uh, I always come into the season with very high goals, very high expectations, and try to see if I can meet them. And most of the time I don't. To be completely honest, this season the goal was fast 12 in every qualifying and or top 12 in every qualifying and top 10 in every race, which you know I don't know if anyone's accomplished either of those goals this year, but those are the kind of goals that I like to set for myself, and I understand that they may not be totally achievable, but that's the way I like to go about it. Um, and yeah, I think as of more recently, we've been doing a better job at those kind of goals. But to start the season off, I feel like we weren't achieving them as often as I'd like to. And another goal was top 10 in the championship, and we're pretty close to that. I think we've made good progress, and we're I think only like 20 points out of top 10 or something like that in 13th. So we're pretty close to that one, and I'd like to try to grab that one up by the end of the season.
Great. And then obviously working with drivers like Alex and Scott, you can learn a lot from them. What are one or two things that you've picked up from Scott this year that you're really going to take forward with you as you grow as a race driver?
I think obviously Scott's kind of known for his fuel save and how amazing he is at that. So it's been great to be able to learn from him uh, on that and how he's able to do that so well, and kind of um, apply it to my driving and try to learn how he does it. And it's been fun, and it's been a challenge to try to be as good at fuel saving as he is, but I feel like I'm getting there, and yeah, it's been a huge thanks to him, and he's helped me a lot, and Dario's also helped me kind of uh, coach me along as well. Obviously, they know each other pretty well, so Dario is a huge help for that, and yeah, the two of them have both helped me out a lot, and it's going to be sad seeing Scott missing next year, but you know, times change and people move on.
Great. Well, thank you very much and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Harvey. Rahul from News Talk 960 in Ontario. Go ahead.
Thanks, Dave. Hi, Kyffin. First and foremost, last week at Portland, a solid job, fast six. What's the confidence like with yourself and with the team?
Yeah, very high. I think we did a great job last weekend in Portland. We kind of from the get-go, we were very quick and we were very happy with the car, and we had been testing there 2 weeks before, so um, we knew we had put ourselves in a good position and we had learned a lot. So yeah, it was great to roll out the trucks fast, and we just kind of kept that momentum through the weekend, and I was super proud of the team for that.
And not to mention the emotions continue. We flash back 1 year ago. You got your podium coming back to the greater Toronto area. That's got to feed you with some confidence coming into it. I remember I went there last year, saw your face. I mean, you were absolutely elated to get that first one and dusted, but now it's up from here. What are you feeling like coming back here, knowing that that podium's already in your pocket here in Canada?
Yeah, it's been great. It was very cool getting that first podium last year, just you know, from the perspective of, first IndyCar podium, but also it was a home race for our sponsor last year, and that was just, a cool experience having so many people there for you and supporting you, and that was great. So yeah, it was a pretty surreal experience.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing seeing what you can do there. But best of luck here for this weekend. Only up from here in Toronto.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rahul. Ellie Roddy from the fastest sector. Go ahead, Ellie.
Chip Ganassi has said he's really pleased with how you're coming along. When you hear that from someone with his experience, does it change the way you see your own progress, or does it still feel like you need to prove a bit more?
Um, that's a tough one. I feel like I'm always pushing myself uh to be better, and you know, I think I think you always have to be uh your toughest critic, I think being able to properly analyze where you are and the progress that you're making is an important thing. And um, you know, I, I'm happy with the progress I've been making, but at the same time, I know that I can be doing better, and I know that there's still more progress to be made. So I know there's still more work to be done.
Thank you. Thanks, Dave.
You got it, Ellie. Thanks for joining us. Isa, go ahead. I lost you on my screen. Are you still there, Isa?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, go ahead. Do you have a question for Kiffin?
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Dave. Hi,
Okay.
Kyffin. Um, has your definition of success changed since joining IndyCar?
Um, I don't think so. I still, you're talking about success in IndyCar?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think so. I still think, to me, success in IndyCar is winning championships, winning Indy 500s, and um, winning races. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't say it's changed. I feel like that's always been my view of things.
Okay. And what keeps you motivated during a long season?
Um, Man, you're kind of always just looking at the next race, right? The season comes and goes so quickly that you're kind of just always living one race to the next, and just taking it one race at a time, and enjoying each one, I think is important. Um, and then, once we get to the kind of this stretch of the season, yes, we've got a lot of races to go, but it's not a lot of time. And very, very soon we'll be in the off season, and we'll have no more racing for what's it, 5, 6 months. So, it's just about enjoying each race and enjoying the whole experience.
Thank you so much, Kyffin. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Issa. Fred from Raceless Podcast. Go ahead, Fred.
Hey, thank you, Dave, first of all, and good afternoon, gentlemen. Kiff, congratulations already this season, 6 top 10s. You matched last year's total with races still to go this season. Real quick, talk for a minute. I know you've already discussed it a little bit, but how instrumental and valuable your time has been with Chip Ganassi Racing, sandwiched in between two of the possible goats of this sport in Alex Palou and Scott Dixon, and what you have learned and what you can take forward going throughout the rest of your career.
Yeah, if I were to list everything off, it'd be a long list. We'd be here a long time, you know. You learn so much from those guys, even just sitting in a room with them. So, yeah, they're both their experience is very valuable, and they both have a lot of experience at this point, you know, winning championships, winning races, winning Indy 500s, and you're always able to take so much from uh, all of their experience.
That's awesome. Congrats on the season up to this point. Good luck at Markham this weekend. My daughter and I will be seeing you at Laguna, so take care, and we'll see you soon, bud. Thank you.
See ya. Thanks.
We'll see you for race 18, Fred. Thanks for checking in. Josephine from Pit Debrief. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dave. Kyffin, you've already spoken about your team preparing with variables and data based on the track currently. But when you're approaching a brand new circuit, what are you personally looking for the first few laps out on track, and how quickly do you need to build confidence before you can really start pushing?
Um, it kind of depends on the track. Um, Depends on kind of the surface of the track, I'd say is the big thing. You know, how smooth it is. Depends on you're always looking for that on your first couple laps and finding where the bumps are on street circuits like this. There's always bumps somewhere. It's just about finding where the difficult ones are and finding a good way around them. Um, and then other than that, you're kind of just getting an eye for brake markers and uh, visual references of where everything is. And once you get an eye for that, you're pushing from, you're kind of pushing from right away, but you're not, it's kind of more like a strategic kind of pushing where you're not all out and you're just looking for like, you're pushing in safe places, let's say.
Thank you. And pivoting over to schedule talks with the phase 1 of 2027 being announced, with a packed schedule like this final stretch or the triple header of both this season and now 2027 starting off, how much communication happens between your crew about you and your crew about managing fatigue during these stretches? Is that something you actively talk about, or is everyone just in race mode until it's over?
Yeah, it's definitely, I'd say these kinds of stretches are definitely more tough on the crews than they are the driver. Um, the crews are pretty flat out the entire time when the cars are going from straight from one race to the next. They got to turn them around sometimes in less than 24 hours. So yeah, it's very difficult for them, and they do a great job of that at Chip Ganassi Racing, and getting the crews some time to rest when they can, or when there's time in between races. And um, yeah, it's one of those tough things that they just have to balance. And um, the crews, they love racing just as much as all of us, so they're in for it.
Thank you so much, Yoon, Dave, and Kyffin. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. All right, I see 3 hands up, and I think we have time for all 3 before we wrap up with Kyffin. Let's start with Ashley McCubbin from News from the Pits. Ashley, welcome. Go ahead.
Hey, Kevin, thanks for joining us today. How would you rate your team's street course program to this point, and that knowing that we are heading to a new street in Markham?
Yeah, I'd say we've done quite well this season on street circuits. I feel we they aren't our strongest suit probably, but um, we do a good job. And I think we always have good race cars. Maybe not necessarily the ultimate pace sometimes, but we do a great job making sure that our race cars are good and um, we're able to perform when we get in the longer stints.
With the success that you've already had this season and leading into the second half, or I should say later half, what are your goals now as we close out 2026?
Yeah, I mean, final goals are just continuing the trying to get top 12 every qualifying, top 10 every race, and ultimately trying to finish off in the top 10 in the championship.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ashley. All right, Leonardo from
Hold
SBCN
on, puppies.
Sports in Canada. Leonardo, go ahead.
Thank you, Dave. Kevin, as we head into a new track this weekend, how has the prep been for the new layout? And stepping back to look at the big picture, how would you evaluate your work with the team and your teammates as the season has been unfolded and for the next year?
Yeah, it's been good. I think we've done a good job preparing for these next couple weeks and um, next couple new tracks that we've got coming up. So I think the team's ready for them. I think we've done a good job preparing, and at this point, we kind of just gotta get to the track and figure out, learn what we've assumed wrong, essentially, um, and take it all in and adapt where we can.
Okay, Leonardo, thanks for joining us. All right, Fast Tracks Media, last question for Kyffin Simpson this afternoon. Go ahead.
Hi, Dave. Hi, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity. And hi, Kyffin. Well, the first one is you got your first IndyCar podium in Canada last year, and now you're coming into the final 5 races of the season. Do you feel like a podium or even your first win in a realistic goal for this final stretch?
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of been the goal all year, to get back on the podium and to get my first win. That's been the goal all year. And at different points, I felt like, we maybe could have gotten back on the podium, but it wasn't meant to be. And yeah, I think we've got some good races coming up and some tracks that we're strong at. So um, I don't see why not. That's going to be the goal.
Yeah, and well, the last one, if you could give your younger self one piece of advice before your first IndyCar race, what will it be?
Um, just take it all in. It's one of those things where you're so nervous before that first race, and it's hard to keep the nerves down. But I think the best way is just take it all in and just enjoy every moment of it.
Yes, well, thank you, Kyffin. Good luck for these 5 coming races, and see you at Laguna Seca.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. All right, Kyffin, I'll put you on the spot before we wrap up. What's your favorite Canadian snack when you go up?
Man, I did actually try ketchup chips last year, and they were really
Yep.
good. Yeah,
Right?
I was kind of questionable about them at first, but yeah, they were very good.
Yeah, I think everyone feels the same way. Once you try it, you're like, oh yeah, you get it now. Coffee crisp. If you have an opportunity, coffee crisp. Just try it. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Well, I'll follow up with you over the weekend.
Sounds good.
Safe travels. Thanks for joining us this weekend, and certainly good luck on Sunday on the streets of Markham. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
You got it. And just a reminder for everyone else that transcripts as well as video from this news conference will be available very shortly on the IndyCar content site. Appreciate everyone's time today. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you this weekend from Markham, Ontario. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank
Dave.
you.